Asanteni kwa heshima, tunaweza kuketi tafadhali. Anayemsindikiza Mheshimiwa Rais ni naibu kamanda wa jeshi letu la nchi kavu, Meja Jenerali David Kimayo Tarus. Bendera ya kikosi hupewa heshima hadi ya juu unavyoshuhudia Mheshimiwa Rais sasa akipeana heshima yake kwa bendera ya kikosi cha 7. Mkuu wa gwaride hivi sasa akiomba idhini ya kuweza kuondoa gwaride hili uwanjani punde tu Mheshimiwa Rais atakapochukua nafasi yake kwenye jukwaa maalum.
Wanapigia hapo. Hapa tuko kwa nje.
Kwa desturi za kijeshi, sharti bendera ya kikosi kuwa mbele ya gwaride. Mheshimiwa Rais, kwa amri hiyo, wanajeshi hawa kutoka kikosi cha 7 hivi sasa wanaondoka hapa uwanjani kupata kujiunga na wenzao kuzidi kudumisha ulinzi wa taifa letu la Kenya. Mheshimiwa Rais, mkuu wa gwaride hii ni Meja Fadhili Mwasui. Afisa anayebeba bendera iliyo fahari ya kikosi cha 7, Luteni daraja la pili Victor Bet. Predaresium Warrant Officer 1 Paul Kulsafi Lepario. Divisheni ya pili ikiwa chini yake Captain Victor Onyuro. Jeshi la Nchi Kavu. Mheshimiwa Rais akiondoka hivi sasa, bendi ya jeshi letu la Nchi Kavu chini yake Captain Joseph Mthuri, mwelekezi wa bendi ya jeshi letu la Nchi Kavu Sergeant Mutisia, wakiondoka na wimbo wao. Mkuu wa gwaride hivi sasa akiomba idhini ya kuweza kuondoa gwaride hili uwanjani punde tu Mheshimiwa Rais atakapochukua nafasi yake kwenye jukwaa maalum.
Tunapigia kwa tena. Hapa tuko kwa nje.
Kwa desturi za kijeshi, sharti bendera ya kikosi kuwa mbele ya gwaride. Mheshimiwa Rais, kwa amri hiyo, wanajeshi hawa kutoka kikosi cha 7 hivi sasa wanaondoka hapa uwanjani kupata kujiunga na wenzao kuzidi kudumisha ulinzi wa taifa letu la Kenya. Mheshimiwa Rais, mkuu wa gwaride hii ni Meja Fadhili Mwasui. Afisa anayebeba bendera iliyo fahari ya kikosi cha 7, Luteni daraja la pili Victor Bet. Parade Reciem, Warrant Officer 1 Paul Kulsafi Lepario. Divisheni ya pili ikiwa chini yake Captain Victor Onyuro. Jeshi la nchi kavu. Mheshimiwa Rais akiondoka hivi sasa.
Growing this economy will be blessed by you, that every Kenyan will feel the impact of growth. We pray, dear Lord, that you remember those who lack in our midst, reward their hard work, and inspire those who have to learn to share with those who are in need. Remember us, for we pray this in Jesus Christ our Lord.
Kwa ruhusa yako Mheshimiwa Rais, naomba tuketi. Mheshimiwa Daktari William Samoei Ruto, Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya na Amiri Jeshi Mkuu wa Majeshi ya Ulinzi, naomba unikubalie sasa tuingie kwenye kipindi kifupi tu cha burudani, na watakaofungua kurasa zetu siku ya leo Mheshimiwa Rais, vipindi viwili peke yake ni bendi yetu iliyoko kwenye msafara wa Rais, the Presidential Escort Unit Brass Band, ambao kwa sasa wanaingia uwanjani na burudani fupi. Bendi tafadhali, na wanafunzi tafadhali tutulie, ndio onyesho linaanza. Tutulie wanafunzi tafadhali. Bendi, ugani wenu. ni bendi yetu iliyoko kwenye msafara wa rais, Presidential Escort Unit Band, wakija na wimbo wao wa mwisho ili kutoa heshima mbele ya jukwaa la Mheshimiwa Rais. Mkurugenzi wa muziki akiwa ni Assistant Inspector General wa Polisi Bwana Samuel John Wambura, akisaidiana na Superintendent of Police Bwana Felix Mrashui. Mkuu wa muziki akiwa ni Superintendent of Police Bwana Moses Assis HS. Mweka nidhamu Senior Sergeant Gilbert Angalushi. Senior Drum Major Police Constable Kevin Chege Shira. Asante sana. Ningependa kwa ruhusa yako Mheshimiwa Rais nimwalike mwenyekiti wetu Mrs. Annabel Kirinya ili aweze kuendelea. Welcome Madam Chairperson.
Thank you. Our guest today, Your Excellency Honorable Dr. William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces of Kenya, and also the Society Patron, the Deputy Chief Justice, Honorable Justice Philomena Mwelu, Honorable Aden Duale, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Defense, and other Cabinet Secretaries present. Principal Secretary, Crop Development, Kelo Hartsma, and other Principal Secretaries present, Ambassadors, and High Commissioners present, the Governor, Nairobi City County, His Excellency Honorable Johnson Sakaja, and the county leadership present, Vice Chief of Defense Forces and Service Commanders present, ASK Nairobi Branch Chairman, Mr. Joseph Mugo, sponsors of the 2023 Nairobi International Trade Fair, distinguished exhibitors, farmers, and the people of Nairobi City, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, on behalf of the ASK fraternity, it is now my distinct honor to welcome you to the 2023 Nairobi International Trade Fair. Sir, this year holds a particular significance as it marks the 121st edition since the inception of Nairobi Show in 1902. We are grateful, sir, for your acceptance to grace this event and staying with us from very early this morning till now. To our valued stakeholders, exhibitors, and show visitors, I extend a warm welcome to each one of you, individually and in the groups that you came in. Your unwavering support for the activities of the society is indeed greatly appreciated. Sir, once again, thank you for accepting to serve as the society patron. We look forward to working closely with your administration to realize agricultural transformation and inclusive growth, transform the micro, small, and medium enterprise economy, as well as promote the housing and settlement plan through the Showground Development Program. Your Excellency, we are very pleased to announce that the society has developed a comprehensive integrated mixed land use master plan with the first phase encompassing Jamhuri Park, Mombasa, Nakuru, and Kisumu showgrounds. The Jamhuri Park master plan development is complete, sir, and the implementation has commenced with the construction of the Jamhuri Park Exposition and Conferencing Center, which you inaugurated earlier today. The Jamhuri Park Exposition and Conferencing Center is a unique and a one-of-a-kind facility in the region, boasting of an open clear span area of 3,400 square meters and auxiliary facilities that support meetings, incentives, conferencing, and exhibitions. We invite all our stakeholders to utilize the convention center for corporate events. The Society Master Plan, sir, is strategically designed to ensure that our showgrounds remain accessible and operational throughout the year. The Society has adopted the public-private partnership model in the implementation of the mixed land use development. Your Excellency, our show theme, that is promoting climate-smart agriculture and trade initiatives for sustainable economic growth, remains the focal point of all our endeavors. We continue to emphasize the importance of integrating climate-smart agriculture initiatives in line with the national government's commitment to promoting innovation and technology for the growth of the agricultural sector within a sustainable environment. Your Excellency, sir, we are very happy to announce that this year's Nairobi International Trade Fair has attracted over 400 local and international exhibitors across various sections, including trade, livestock, as well as farm and dairy. Some of the international exhibitors are from the following countries: Argentina, Zambia, Mozambique, Egypt, Tanzania, Uganda, Qatar, Israel, among very many others. We are also, sir, happy to report the participation of both IGAD and COMESA in the trade fair. Your Excellency, I would now want to extend our recognition and gratitude to the following stakeholders whose significant contributions have made this event possible. And they are these ones among others. 1, the national government, the city-county government of Nairobi, the National Health Insurance Fund, Adi Water Works Development Agency, and all exhibitors and our esteemed partners. The Agricultural Society of Kenya, sir, is dedicated to aligning with the core pillars of the national government. In agriculture and trade, we promote technological innovations and information exchange within the agricultural and agribusiness sectors. Our commitment, sir, extends to empowering micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises through business incubation centers. In collaboration with the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, We have incorporated housing plans showcasing cutting-edge construction technologies and affordable housing units. In the realm of job creation, sir, our annual exhibitions have consistently played a significant role in generating employment opportunities. Now, these exhibitions have provided over 25,000 part-time job opportunities for Kenyan citizens. Our commitment, sir, to environment conservation remains unwavering. Through our Young Farmers Clubs of Kenya and the 4K clubs, we have engaged in initiatives aimed at preserving natural resources and fostering sustainable practices. And now, sir, as I conclude, I wish to applaud the tremendous efforts of Mr. Joseph Mogo, the Nairobi branch chairman, and his dedicated team for staging this very informative trade fair. And now, Your Excellency, if you allow me, I will invite His Excellency Honorable Johnson Sakaja, Governor of Nairobi City Council, to share his remarks and invite the Principal Secretary, Crop Development, Kelo Asama, to make his remarks and invite you, sir, to address us and officially declare the 2023 Nairobi International Trade Fair officially open. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. I will associate myself with the protocol already established. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to join Your Excellency today. And really, we must thank the Agricultural Society of Kenya and all other stakeholders who have participated in this year's show, local and international exhibitors. Your Excellency, as we've gone round, you have seen that the numbers have come up. You have seen how excited the children from all over the country are when they have seen you. And also the adults are also very excited to see you. Thank you, and we are honored as Nairobi County to have hosted you this time for the first time as president at the Nairobi show. For many of us, Your Excellency, the Nairobi International Trade Fair, or the Nairobi show, or the show, as we fondly call it, is an important event in our calendar. Our parents brought us here every year. When we were young, many of us got lost, when found our way and got in trouble in the evening. And for those who may have gone to boarding schools and grew up elsewhere, this was also an indelible part of the calendar. I'm sure it was one of those trips you looked forward to in the third term, to the extent of joining the agriculture club just to make sure that you go to the show, whether or not you're interested in agriculture. I'm sure that has been the case. But today, Your Excellency, you listened to the children. Their level and depth of knowledge of agriculture, was amazing. And I want to applaud the 4K clubs. I think they need a round of applause. What they're doing for our children is indeed amazing. We're very excited, and I promised the young girl from Buruburu girls, from a school in Buruburu, that we shall visit to see that what they're showing us here is also being extended in their schools, and that they can also support our school feeding program. Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest task that we have, and that I have as governor of Nairobi, is to keep providing opportunities, economic opportunities for our young people. The greatest challenge that we have, and I'm glad we have the security forces here, the greatest challenge we have as a country is not external aggression, it is not Al-Shabaab, it is not Al-Qaeda, but it's millions of young, disillusioned, disengaged young people who have no jobs. And that is the category, or rather that is where our focus must be, in providing opportunities for young people, and agriculture presents an amazing place for us to do that. Your Excellency, I was here yesterday, and I had the opportunity to go around. I visited various stands, many organizations, institutions that are here exhibiting, and I got the chance to speak to a few traders, and I'm glad you also saw some of them in the Nairobi stand. The greatest takeout that I got from them is that people are simply just looking for an opportunity, for a chance, for an opportunity to showcase their hard work and to be able to earn a living. The citizens don't want too much from government. I think all Kenyans invariably want the same thing: to go about their lives peacefully, to make something out of themselves and guarantee their children a future. Your Excellency, you have led the way in creating these opportunities for the people of Kenya. And as governors, as leaders at the county level of government, I want to pledge that we support that, and we also are following your cue in providing these opportunities. Many of the people here, many of the farmers, many of the traders have gone through various challenges to enable them to reach where they are today. They have worked hard, and they proudly stand to showcase the fruits of their labor. This week is an opportunity to showcase what people of Nairobi have to offer, and we must continue creating an enabling environment for them. On our part, we are constructing new markets across the 17 sub-counties to decongest those that we already have and to offer opportunities to everyone. We are also putting our traders, many whom I spoke to yesterday, who are doing curios, on an e-commerce platform so that we can expand their market, that the market is not limited to the physical horizons locally, but also internationally, that people can be able to see the beautiful products that are coming from this country. We're also devolving the market facilities, moving them closer to the residential estates, and of course this will increase accessibility to basic commodities found in the markets. These markets have been designed and are going to be constructed according to specific needs of the traders and of the people and aspirations of the users and other stakeholders. This financial year alone, and I'm grateful to the County Assembly of Nairobi, we have allocated 700 million shillings for the ongoing construction of identified markets. An additional 100 million has gone into the relocation of informal traders and hawkers who are moving from the main streets in the CBD to back streets that are almost complete, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, we are very keen in providing a conducive environment to do business and to support all efforts to promote trade and agri-based investment opportunities. Your Excellency, this year's theme of promoting climate-smart agriculture and trade initiatives for sustainable economic growth is appropriate for the times we live in and is very close to your heart because you have emerged as the climate champion of the continent of Africa. Your Excellency, we hope and we pray, and those of us who are policymakers and implementers must move it from just high-sounding declarations to actual action on the ground and in the areas of our spheres of influence. Climate change is impacting our lives daily. It is impacting our food production and food security. We are very keen on supporting urban agriculture as a county. To grow economically and to be food secure, we must embrace technology and innovation in our agriculture sector to provide an opportunity for those in the sector to increase their productivity while better managing natural resources. I'm very happy, Your Excellency, today you've been able to bust the myth that many think that Nairobi has no farmers. You have seen the farmers of Nairobi. Nairobi actually has we undertake more than 15,000 extension visits to our farmers. And the #1 farmer in the Republic of Kenya is a farmer from Karen, and you've met him. He's doing livestock farming. He has his dairy, and he sells his milk to his wife, who is doing value addition. And they told us that mapenzi haiwezi kulipa rent. So ndo maana anauzia bibi yake, na bibi yake ametengeneza yogurt, and you've tasted it. It's very, very sweet yogurt. Another farmer that I've spoken to is Mary Ann Wami. She's a dairy small-scale farmer in Langata sub-county. She won the National Small-Scale Fully Commercialized Award, not just for Nairobi, but across Kenya. She's a dairy farmer who is adding value to her milk to make products that are available in the market. Our part is to make sure that they get to the market without hurdles that have been faced before. She's one amongst very many others who are adding value to the products and are finding innovative ways to farm, including the vertical hydroponic farming that you have seen. The agricultural farms today demonstrated the potential for urban farming in Nairobi City, and I want to tell all of those engaged in this farming that we are here to support you. Climate smart farming, Your Excellency, as I move towards the conclusion, will ensure better use of our resources and our limited land. We have only 696 square kilometers. But as part of agriculture is the market. Nairobi may not be the biggest producer, but we're the biggest market. And we want to make sure that now we provide cold storage in our markets to make sure that whatever comes from all other parts of the country are actually in good condition in all the markets that we're building. Your Excellency, we remain committed You saw the machines that we've given them through the Agricultural Sector Development Support Program. We have built capacity of more than 5,000 of these farmers, and we intend to increase that this year, and we hope that you'll be able to support us to scale that up. This platform, away from agriculture, or rather in addition to agriculture, has also provided opportunity for innovations by various exhibitors that we've seen. They're showcasing products from wood, metal, recycled products, from waste. You've seen the Korogosho group that is, doing soap and oil from the waste coming from the market. The briquettes, those eco briquettes that are coming from our markets are being used to fire our 10 central kitchens in the school feeding program. That is what we call a circular economy, and we are ahead. Our county aggregation park, Your Excellency, finally, is going to provide for us an opportunity for artisans in the wood and metal small enterprises to benefit from common user facilities and equipment, which will increase their production, quality, and enhance job creation for our youth. Your Excellency, on your way here, you have seen on Ngong Road our metalwork and woodwork artisans who line the road. You know them from Kamkunji. You know them from Karioko with the leather. You saw those shoes. There is no excuse as to why we should import shoes, while if we just provide the common user facilities to these young people, all school-going children should have shoes made in Kenya. If you want a shoe from outside, that is a luxury, you should pay for it. But that money should allow us to create jobs. These jobs will not create themselves, Your Excellency, and that's why we're supporting you. It is concerted and deliberate effort like what we are doing, and that's why the County Aggregation Industrial Park project, where you're matching us shilling for shilling as counties, is a part of that process. We will create opportunities and jobs for our young people. To all the exhibitors, to everybody who's come to Nairobi, Karibuni Nairobi, you can count on us for your support. To the Agricultural Society of Kenya, you can count on us. We have done the lighting, we've done the roads, and I'm glad that you've accepted that we can innovate together. That we can innovate further together. Your Excellency, this land that we're sitting in is very prime land that needs to have value throughout the year. I congratulate the SK for what you've done with the convention facility, but it cannot be that we only use this for 1 week in the whole year. There's so much more that we can derive for it, especially for our young people. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Thank you for gracing this event. Asanteni sana. Now it's my pleasure and honor to invite the Principal Secretary to make remarks on behalf of the Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture. Karibu.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, Honorable William Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, all protocols observed. I'm delighted, Your Excellency, to welcome you on behalf of stakeholders in the agriculture sector to this year's Nairobi International Trade Fair. We feel honored that you have found time to be with us here despite your busy schedule. We really appreciate this kind gesture, which clearly demonstrates your commitment to the sector. To actualize the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, I'm happy to report that agricultural enterprises make up the bulk of the value chains that have been prioritized to accelerate economic recovery and inclusive growth in our country. In this regard, the Ministry has laid out interventions to accelerate the development of these enterprises. Your Excellency, due to its nature, Nairobi County is not among the top agricultural producers. However, it is the leading county in agro-processing and value addition. Additionally, Nairobi is also Kenya's and East Africa's leading center for provision of agricultural machinery, equipment, finance, information technology, and logistics services. The city serves as an export hub for agricultural products. Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, for instance, serves as an important center for export of perishable produce like flowers and vegetables to international markets. Your Excellency, recently on 16 September 2023, we launched the inaugural avocado shipment to India, and we expect this initiative to spur development in the avocado value chain. There is no doubt, therefore, that Nairobi City County plays a crucial role in the agriculture sector. The theme of this trade fair resonates well with the dreams and ambitions of the government of Kenya, and the various technologies being displayed here by local and international exhibitors are suitable in addressing the key challenges facing agriculture in our country. I would like to urge participants to take advantage of these technologies to improve our agricultural production and productivity. I also wish to assure all the stakeholders that the Ministry will continue to provide the enabling policy and regulatory environment to spur agricultural development in line with our national policies. Your Excellency, sir, with these few remarks, it is my humble duty and privilege to invite you to address the participants and officially open the 2023 Nairobi International Trade Fair. Karibu sana, Your Excellency.
Asante sana Bwana PS, tafadhali tuketi. Asante sana mawaziri mlio hapa, principal secretaries, wageni wote, wananchi wa Nairobi na Kenya na marafiki zetu waliotutembelea, hamjambo. This year's edition of the Agricultural Show of Kenya's Nairobi International Trade Fair is special because it provides us with a virtual opportunity, and a vital one at that, to have a conversation on a broad variety of subjects which define our bottom-up economic transformation agenda. In doing so, it demonstrates the power of agriculture as the engine of Kenya's economy and its potential to propel even greater rates of growth and development. At the foundation of our reflections today, I invite you to consider the intersection of many topics around agriculture and agricultural transformation. To begin with, the idea of elevating the famous Nairobi National Agricultural Show into an international trade fair, where today we have representatives from various African and international and other countries, came out of the realization that agriculture is the prime mover of our nation's economic activity across sectors and beyond our borders. It is therefore critical that we use opportunities such as this to engage a broader regional, continental, and global audience. The conjunction of agriculture and trade is just one, and certainly not the only example of the manner in which agricultural transformation and performance directly affects the performance of other sectors and is also affected by the activities in other spheres of economic pursuit. Once we proceed beyond subsistence agriculture, we have to take account of such matters as competitiveness, productivity, efficiency, value addition, manufacturing, and most certainly, trade, both local and international. This matter means that we must also give consideration to linkages, both forwards and backwards, between agriculture and industrialization, trade and services sector, as well as the powerful connection between agricultural performance and the most critical challenge we confront today, the cost of living, the subject of poverty, trade deficit, and of course, the big influence agriculture has on unemployment. I shall therefore focus on the plan being implemented by the government to address our most critical development challenges, with specific emphasis on the salient aspects of this year's theme: high productivity, technology-enabled, and science-driven climate-smart agriculture, together with globally competitive trade in high-value agro-industrial products. At the heart of our bottom-up transformation agenda is the endeavor to radically increase employment opportunities and simultaneously significantly enhance the productivity of labor in 5 priority sectors. Without a doubt, our interventions to transform agriculture are fundamental to the successful implementation of the plan. One of the drivers of the high cost of living and high levels of poverty, especially in rural areas, is that agricultural productivity has stagnated Even as our population rose, consequently, our food production more often than not falls below demand, and the importation of food increases our trade deficit and increases food prices. Given that food constitutes up to 54% of household expenditure, agricultural productivity is therefore a very high priority. At the same time, agriculture contributes 70% of employment of our population. Low productivity contributes to low earnings in the agricultural sector and undermines the capacity of households to withstand the cost of living, deepening poverty. Further, agriculture contributes 25% to our GDP directly and another 25% indirectly, a total of 50%. Low productivity responsible for deficit in essential agricultural produce is responsible for high importation, which depletes our foreign exchange and deepens the negative trade balance, worsening economic situations everywhere. Very few sectors of our economy have endured as much shock and stress as agriculture on account of extreme weather events, erratic climate, and the other adverse impacts of climate change. Our nation and our region has just emerged from a devastating spell of drought, which lasted for 6 seasons, leaving behind a catastrophic trail of famine, undernourishment, loss of crops and livestock, disrupted livelihoods, increased poverty, and weakened resilience. Yet we are not here to talk about all that is negative, especially when the prospects of a turnaround are so clear before us. This overview is intended to be a contextual backdrop of the opportunities that exist for local and international investors to direct capital and technology into agriculture and agro-industrial manufacturing in order to set out our economy on a path of transformation. We make agriculture a high priority for strategic intervention for a range of excellent reasons. The first, of course, is that directly and positively affects the incomes of 2/3 of our population. Higher incomes not only make a better standard of living possible, it facilitates savings, investment, propelling growth, and makes agriculture offer higher employment and income multipliers and contribute to significant poverty reduction. Equally critical is that such intervention, and intentional intervention at that, addresses the cost of living, especially for the poor who spend up to 60% on food, as well as households in general, for whom food contributes, as I said earlier, 54% of their expenditure. Utilizing our full agricultural potential can mitigate our dependence on food imports, protecting our foreign exchange, and insulating us from vulnerability to international price shocks. At the same time, we remain most globally competitive in agriculture, both in traditional crops like tea, coffee, cut flowers, and vegetables, as well as emerging export crops such as macadamia and avocado. This means that transforming agricultural activity will turn around our balance of trade through increased exports. It is the reason why, as the Governor of Nairobi said, we are expanding the footprints of markets across Kenya. Apart from the markets we are building in the city of Nairobi, we are building another 400 markets in rural areas in Kenya and 47 county aggregation and industrial parks. This will serve as outlets for our farmers. And these facilities will not only have storage, it will also have cold rooms. It will also have value addition infrastructure. And it will also have common user facilities for people in the space of agro-processing and value addition, so that we can not only create jobs, we can also add value to our products, increase incomes for our farmers, and eliminate wastage. Because when we provide storage and cold rooms, we eliminate post-harvest losses that come as a result of wastage that accompanies infrastructure that is not sufficient for our farmers to use to protect themselves from unnecessary losses. Kenyan manufacturing remains largely defined by agriculture. 40% of manufacturing jobs are in the agro-based industries, which account for over half of the sector and 48% of GDP. Value addition remains the most viable means of enhancing the competitiveness of our agricultural exports. We are collaborating with the county governments to establish, as I have said, a county aggregation and industrial park in every county. And we have begun the process to roll out the construction. It is my instruction that these county aggregation and industrial parks should be finished within the next 9 months and make them ready to serve farmers across the country. Our bottom-up economic transformation agenda aims to transform 2 million farmers from food deficit to surplus producers and reduce our dependence on basic food imports like domestic oil crops, wheat and rice by 30% through the provision of financing for inputs accompanied by intensive agricultural extension support. Fertilizer alone contributes up to 30% of crop productivity. Since assuming office, we have taken decisive steps to reduce the price of fertilizer through the fertilizer subsidy program from Kenya shillings 6,500 per 50 kilogram bag to 3,500, then further to 2,500. As a consequence, 4 million 50 kilogram bag of soil and crop-specific fertilizer has been distributed so far, with 2 million 50 kilogram bags expected to be distributed for the short rains between now and December, and a further 6 million bags during the season of 2024. Consequently, farmers could afford to grow more crops, resulting in the cultivation of an extra 200,000 acres this season alone, and a projected harvest of 44 million 90 kilogram bag in the long range alone, a 42% increase from a long-time average of 31.3 million bags. To turn agricultural production around to an accelerated growth trajectory, we have also made adequate provision to raise productivity in key food and other value chains, including edible oils, rice, cotton, dairy, beef, and leather, to boost tea sector and reform underperforming and collapse export crop value chains that have challenges like coffee, cashew nut, pyrethrum, and new crops, avocado and macadamia. The promise of this strategic pathway is immense. For instance, by investing in the cultivation of palm oil, sunflower, canola, and soybeans, we project to increase the annual domestic production of edible oils from 80,000 metric tons currently to 240,000 metric tons over the next 5 years, thereby reducing our dependency on imports and saving the country almost 100 billion that we spend annually on imports of edible oils. And the ministry has undertaken, the Ministry of Agriculture that is, that they will deliberately make seeds available, whether it is for sunflower, canola, soya. We are going to make sure that these seeds are affordable and they are available. We are also discussing with CALRO and the other research institutes so that we can also have wheat varieties that are researched appropriately so that we can enhance our production in the wheat varieties that we have. Similarly, the expansion of our rice production schemes in Ahero and Mwea, as well as the establishment of new ones in Tana River and in Migori, can make the country self-sufficient, saving us another 34 billion in imports. On the other hand, accelerated investment in cotton value chain will reduce our fabric importation by at least 50% and take Kenya's textile exports to 150 billion by 2027. I am happy to note that there is already a running program on importation of high-quality seed of cotton that will be made available to farmers. And I am happy that counties are working with us on this aspect of ensuring that cotton becomes the white gold that we always knew it to be. I want to encourage the county governments that are working with us to work with the Ministry of Agriculture as we deliver cotton seed for them to engage in the growing. I want to ask them to work with farmers so that farmers can have access to extension services. Tea is the direct and indirect employer of 6.5 million people, or 13% of our population, including 750,000 farmers in 19 counties. Over the past year, the government has invested 4.4 billion in fertilizer price subsidy for our tea farmers, converting and covering the catchment area of all 54 smallholder factories. The subsidy resulted in a reduction of fertilizer prices from about 5,600 to 3,500, and I have made a commitment to all our tea, coffee, and all farmers in Kenya, including sugar, that we are going to reduce all varieties of fertilizer that are used by all farmers to 2,500 going forward. We have also developed a proposal to establish a framework to provide incentives for investment in local value addition of tea. Keteba, which processes smallholder tea, participated in the inaugural export of the economic community of West Africa states under the EAC and EFTA program. Under the coffee revitalization program, 72 factories are earmarked for upgrading. Additionally, farmers are to be provided with seedlings and fertilizer at subsidized prices. The aim is to increase productivity from 2 kilograms per tree to 10 kilograms and raise production from 50,000 metric tons to 102 metric tons per annum by 2027. I want to assure coffee farmers that the government of Kenya will work with all stakeholders to ensure that wastage, inefficiency, corruption, and other malpractices are eliminated. Farmers must get a good return for their crop. I want to assure all farmers, let me be specific about coffee. I know at the moment there are challenges in the coffee sector. I have taken a keen interest. My deputy is seized with that matter, and I want to assure our farmers that the government of Kenya will do whatever it takes to make sure that farmers don't suffer the consequences of what we have seen in the past, where a few people benefit and the rest of the farming fraternity are in poverty. Wakulima wote, especially wakulima wa kahawa, niwaambie ya kwamba tutahakikisha. Tunajua saa hizi kuna matatizo ya soko, lakini hiyo soko na matatizo yaliyoko katika sekta ya kahawa ni lazima tuyatatue. Wale watu wote wako katika hiyo sekta, nataka niwahakikishie ya kwamba serikali ya Kenya, mimi nikiongoza hiyo serikali, tutahakikisha kwamba tumetatua matatizo yaliyo katika sehemu hiyo ya kahawa. The sugar industry remains a high priority strategic sector for national agro-industrial development, wealth and employment creation. However, our production is chronically at deficit, with productivity plagued by aging mills, high indebtedness of sector institutions, diminishing soil facility, competition for land, low uptake of research variety of cane, low use of fertilizer, among other challenges. Local and international shortage of sugar has pushed the prices of the commodity beyond the reach of many households, underscoring the urgent need for a comprehensive transformation of the sector. This is why the government of Kenya has embarked on interventions to deliver conclusive resolution of the problems undermining the sector's potential. To begin with, the Cabinet has approved the write-off of Kenya shillings 117 billion of debt owed to state-owned sugar mills and companies in preparation for the leasing of the mills to private investors. The aim of the intervention is to inject competitiveness to the sector and ensure that at the expiry of the leases, the land reverts back to communities under a cooperative model. We have also been not afraid, and neither have we hesitated to take difficult decisions to restore sanity in the sugar sector. Regulatory reforms are being undertaken to empower farmers and give stakeholders a say in the affairs of the sugar industry. We remain vigilant and shall closely monitor progress to ensure that government decisions to advance the interests of the sugar growers and consumers are fully implemented in a timely fashion. The conversation we have initiated with leaders from the sugar belt will be sustained until we find a lasting solution to the chronic challenges that have brought the sector to its knees and impoverished thousands of hard-working farming households. On leather, we are investing 1.7 billion in the 2023-2024 budget to develop the leather pack industry in Kenania. There will be more investments by government and private sector to further transform the leather value chain into a globally competitive finished leather and leather goods manufacturing industry and reduce importation of leather goods, especially footwear. As a short-term measure to mitigate the high cost of food, the government has waived duty on imported maize, rice, sugar, and raw materials for manufacturing of livestock feeds. Specifically, in this year's budget, we have waived duty on yellow maize for animal feed production. I will shortly have a conversation with all the manufacturers of our animal feed so that we engage and find ways beyond the interventions we already have to ensure that our dairy, leather, and in general livestock sector is taken care of. 2/3 of our country's agricultural land requires irrigation, but only 4% is under irrigation. I believe that irrigation is a singular transformative intervention that will liberate agricultural productivity from low and erratic rainfall patterns and enable farmers to be in active production throughout the year. And that is the reason why we have a comprehensive government program to ensure that we harvest and store water in dams, in microdams, in ponds, and a comprehensive program is being undertaken by the Ministry of Water and Irrigation and working with the private sector under the PPP program to ensure that we increase the land under irrigation from the current 60,000 to 250,000 by next year and 500,000 hectares in 5 years. Aside from productivity, another key challenge to the performance of the agricultural sector is the subdivision of land holding into units that are not agriculturally viable and pressure on available land by settlement and other uses. And it is the reason why our affordable housing program, which is currently underway, is partly a solution to reversing the land fragmentation that is going on so that we can use other alternatives of settlement in our affordable housing program and release land that currently is being used for settlement for agricultural productivity in our land consolidation program. This will go a long way in ensuring that we deliver on our commitment on increasing food production and enhancing food security in our country. We are intentional about actualizing our vision for agricultural transformation through increased productivity and determined to prosecute a direct line of attack against the high cost of living, poverty, and unemployment. We have embarked on the focused execution of the plan to enhance productivity in several agricultural value chains to promote self-sufficiency and also export competitiveness. We expect the fruits of this intervention to begin accruing shortly, and in the maize, especially in the maize harvesting season, through sustained affordability of stable and other food commodities. In all our interventions in supporting production, we have chosen the prudent and promising option to subsidize production. We have chosen to take the side of farmers, Kenya's foremost hustlers, and the people at the bottom of the economic pyramid. We have embraced bottom-up transformation of the foundational sector, that is agriculture, in order to ignite the engine of our national development. And in doing so, we have intervened to bring all the variables within our reach, affecting the cost of living under control through strategic investment in critical value chains. This leaves us with a separate undertaking of managing the variables beyond our control, which are subject to global market and supply chain dynamics. I wish to emphasize that for the benefit of the local and international investors, that all the strategic interventions in various sectors and value chains represent attractive investment opportunities that will generously reward smart capital, especially capital that concerns itself with appropriate technology and innovation. You are encouraged to get in touch with the Ministries of Agriculture and Livestock Development, Water and Irrigation, and Industrialization, Trade and Investment for further details regarding the various investment opportunities. Regardless of sector or value chain, any discussion of climate-smart agriculture or trade initiatives or bottom-up agricultural transformation is a discussion of opportunities for investment. I commend the Agricultural Show of Kenya and its affiliates and partners for once again putting together another edition of the Nairobi International Trade Fair that meets the highest standard. And I am encouraged by the many Kenyans, the thousands of Kenyans that I have come across as I went around this showground. Congratulations to the organizers, my very best wishes to ASK, and we look forward to working with you going into the future. Asanteni sana na nataka niwashukuru wakulima wote. Vile nimesema hapa, kilimo ni muhimu kwa sababu inatusaidia kupunguza gharama ya maisha kwa kuhakikisha kwamba tunazalisha chakula ya kutosha. Kilimo ni muhimu kwa sababu inatupatia raw material ya viwanda zetu zote. 40% ya raw materials ya viwanda zetu zote zinatoka kwa kilimo. Kilimo inatusaidia katika kupanua nafasi za ajira katika taifa letu la Kenya, na kilimo pia inatusaidia kuondoa umaskini katika taifa letu la Kenya. Na ndio sababu tumetia mkazo mkubwa na tumeweka maanani sana mpango yetu ya kilimo na kusaidiana na wakulima ili tuongeze mapato ya wakulima, tuongeze nafasi ya ajira na tuongeze nafasi ya kupanua viwanda zetu kutumia kilimo na bidhaa zinazotoka katika kilimo. Let me also take this opportunity to say we are truly happy. Ni jambo ambalo alihusika ni na mambo ya hapa show, lakini nimepatiwa habari ya kwamba Kenya ikiungana na Uganda na Tanzania tumefaulu kuwa host wa AFCON in 2027. Nataka nipongeze wizara yetu ambayo inasimamia michezo na washikadau wote katika sekta hiyo kwamba ile mpango tumekuwa nayo ya kubadilisha mambo katika sekta ya mchezo sasa inaanza kufua dafu. Many people never believed that we had a chance of hosting AFCON in 2027 because of the state of our football and the state of our sports in general. But I am very proud today that Kenya, together with our partners in Uganda and Tanzania, jointly we have won the right to host AFCON in 2027, and we are very proud of this achievement. We will now mobilize every resource. We will mobilize every person and every sector to make sure that we deliver a world-class football event in 2027. We will make sure that whatever infrastructural facility that are required will be made available to make sure that we move Kenya to the next level in our sports industry. Asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki. Thank you.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Rais. Nitamwomba ruhusa Mheshimiwa Rais kutulia kidogo kwenye kiti chake ili tuweze kujipanga kwa wale ambao wanaopokea awards. Nimwalike Bwana John Kibera na CEO wetu wajongee hapa mbele ili tuweze kujipanga. Na wale wote ambao wanaohusika in the awards, kindly we meet on my left. CEO and Mr. Kibera.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, the Society Patron, we kindly request you to present the following members who have rendered exemplary and continuous service to the ASK. We start with the live governance position, 25 years. Cleophas Okore. Frederick Talus. Stanare Mukaria Mainge. Richard Ayaibei Kipkoesh. Dixon Nyaga Kaugi. Mary Oengo Omolo. Daniel Kenyajui Waidaka in absentia. Patrick Kalega Munuhe. Enoch Kimutai. Mohamed Bure. $50 years award. Lee Canon Humphrey Were. 50 years long service award. 40 years award, Joseph Mugo. Samuel Mweu. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, sir, I now present to you the following winners for the exhibitors for 2023 stands. The best stand that interprets a show government is the Kenya Defence Forces. The best innovation and intention stand, Kenya Defence Forces.
Tuwape makofi Kenya Defence Forces. Na rais ndiye amiri jeshi mkuu wa majeshi ya ulinzi.
The best stand that interprets current show theme, education and research, University of Nairobi.
Tuwape makofi chuo kikuu cha Nairobi.
The stand that interprets best current show theme in agriculture-based Green Africa Group.
Tuwape makofi Green Africa Group.
The stand that interprets best current show theme in an agro-based and financial industry, Kenya Commercial Bank.
Tuwape KCB makofi.
The best large trade stand, commercial and industrial, Kenya Ports Authority.
Tuwape KPA makofi mazuri.
The best stand that demonstrates the application of the environmental standards, Kenya Ports Authority. The best stand that the small trade stand, commercial and industrial, Kenya Cooperative Creameries, Kenya. The best local stand in strategies and international trade and exports, Kenya Tea Development Authority. The best government ministry stand, Office of the Attorney General and the Department of Justice. The best regulatory authority and cooperation stand, Kenya Plant Health Inspectorate Services. The best agricultural-based statutory board commission stand, Agriculture and Food Authority. The best county and county department stand, Nairobi County Food, Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries. The most striking display demonstrating of local manufactured products, Kenya Prison Services. The best bank stand, the best bank stand, Cooperative Bank of Kenya. The best micro-financial institution stand, Kenya Industrial Estates. The best cooperative movement and Orsako, Githongori Dairy. The best university stand, Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. The best tertiary level education institution stand, Kenya Medical Training College. The best stand in research and development and seed, Kenya Seed Limited. The best stand embracing information technology and communication system, Communication Authority of Kenya. The best government social function stand, the judiciary. The best organization, association, community projects stand, Kenya Forest Services. And finally, the best media stand, the presidency, State House.
Nitaomba tafadhali sasa tuondoke kwenye uga ili tuweze kuwa na paredi ya mifugo wetu. Tafadhali niombe sasa tumpe nafasi Mheshimiwa Rais kuweza kutazama. Ni kwa ajili ya muda hatungezipeana zote 80, lakini tumepeana kama ishara, just symbolic, kindly. Livestock parade, we proceed. Kari, if you can hear me, kindly proceed to where I'm announcing from. Kari, the announcer. Tuondoke sote tafadhali kwenye uwanja ili tuweze kuwa sasa na paredi yetu ya mifugo ambayo ni kilele cha sherehe hii na kisha baadaye sherehe za machweo. Kwa sasa Mheshimiwa Rais, ni paredi yetu ya wanyama, gwaride la wanyama. Namuona mzee wa kazi Kari akiongoza pale mbele ili aweze kufika hapa Mheshimiwa Rais na kutuelekeza kadri mambo yanavyojiri katika kilimo chetu. Nitaomba waje moja kwa moja, ofisa anayetusaidia tafadhali waje moja kwa moja. Kumbuka kwamba ni siku rasmi siku ya leo ambapo tumekuwa na mlezi wetu Mheshimiwa Daktari William Ruto, rais wetu wa Jamhuri ya Kenya na amiri jeshi mkuu wa majeshi ya ulinzi hapa katika maonyesho yetu ya kimataifa ya biashara, ukipenda 2023 Nairobi International Trade Fair. Siku ya leo tukizingatia masuala ya kilimo bora ili kuweza kujitosheleza na kilimo na hata kuweza kuboresha uchumi wetu kupitia masuala mbalimbali yanayoambatana na kilimo. Kari, kindly let us reduce the parade too far. May we reduce it kindly? We cut in. Thank you, Kari. Kindly bring it in. Calvo. Turi, thank you so much Turi and the organizing team kwa gwaride hili nzuri la mifugo wetu, wakiongoza wanyama wetu ambao ni ng'ombe, kisha kule nyuma watafuatia mbuzi na kondoo, na tutakuwa tunamaliza gwaride letu. Kwa hivyo nitakuwa nampisha atakayemweleza Mheshimiwa Rais ndugu yetu Turi ili tuweze kupata kufahamishwa zaidi kuhusiana na hawa wanyama ambao watapita mbele ya Mheshimiwa Rais siku ya leo. Turi here.
Yeah. Welcome, Your Excellency. We are presenting you the Boran breed, the Kenyan breed, developed in Kenya. That's why it's leading the parade. After the Borans, we go alphabetical order. The following are, after those Borans, we are getting the Ashers. Those Borans, they come from very hardy areas, I think you know. And they always come with the young ones because they can't leave them at home. They must come. Ashers from Olgatongo, Ashers from Katuka. Ashers is a very good dairy breed with good quality milk and very good quality animals. After that we get the Holstein Friesians from Namandala. They are very beautiful animals and very good as well. We did judge them this morning, and I hope the champion of the Friesians will be here as well. Dairy Cattle Research Navasha as a champion. Nyara Herd has done very well with her animals, and they are very beautiful. Now, where are the other animals going now? Those are the animals from Tassel's enterprises in Ruiru. They have done very well as well in the judging. but voglio poter angia. Dio. Ok, pana kuja sasa. All those black and whites are Holstein Friesians, and it is a very popular breed because it produces a lot of milk. And people ask sometimes, why do people only keep Friesians? And why? Because the milk price is attached to volume, and Friesians are known to produce large volumes or large quantities of milk. We have Tassels Farm Limited here from Ruiru. They have done very well in the judging. They have a champion, the junior champion, a very beautiful animal, very nice animals. After Tassels, we have ADC Olgatongo with the Guernseys from Kitale. They are very beautiful animals and they produce the golden Guernsey creamy milk. It is AA milk which is having really very good properties. Now we have Leisure Farm from Nandi South. They have a mixed herd, they have a Jersey and a flag fee. And I think, and they were heading by a bull which they have been trying to do some fat stock as well, but they have not succeeded. These are the Sahiwals from Naivasha. It's a dual purpose breed, and in Naivasha they have a project crossing them with Holstein Friesian. These are the brown Swiss. That is, they say as well, a brown a dual purpose breed. There is one from Licia Farm and an Asher from Licia Farm. The Charolais is a beef breed from Suam Orchards, which as well in Kitale, Transnzoia. With the champions from ADC Nai, which is also Kitale. And followed by the crossbreeds from Dairy Cattle Research Station, Calero, Naivasha. So those two black ones, they are crosses between Sahiwal and Holstein Friesian. And they gave now a reasonable amount of milk. Yeah. The goats from Meru. We have Toggenburg, we have Sanen, we have meat goats, we have milk goats, a lot of champions, because there are quite a number of goat breeds in the country now, these days. Well done. These are meat goats. Mihoko Dairy Goat Farm. They are new exhibitors in the small stock section with very good animals. If you see there are so many champions, that is very good. Congratulations to them. Dairy Cattle Research Naivasha, Calero, have goats as well. Gala goats, Sanen. Then we have the Kenya Prison Service. They entered animals as well into the judging. Now we have the small stock, the meat goats, the Dorper sheep, very favored and doing very well in Kenya. Marinda's sheep and goats, the wool sheep. They have really a very heavy coat, but that are the wool producers. And is there a red Maasai? Yes, the red Maasai has come back to the show. Poultry. Very many poultry farmers have come. The rabbits, They like to come to see the visitors and rabbit products at the end. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Nitaomba sote kwa ruhusa ya Mheshimiwa Rais turudi kwenye jukwaa rasmi ili tuweze kuingia kwenye kipindi cha mwisho, kipindi cha sherehe za machweo. Tutampisha mwenzangu aweze kuendelea.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Rais kwa kuweza kuwatuza na kuwazawidi walioibuka bora katika makala haya mwaka huu 2023, maonyesho ya kilimo ya Nairobi. Basi wakati wote Mheshimiwa Rais, tutaweza kupokea bendi za pamoja kwa ajili ya sherehe za machweo ya jua, beating of the retreat by the mass band. Senior drum major, iwapo uko tayari tafadhali. Baada ya hawa wanaoondoka kuweza kuondoka, uwanja utakuwa wenu. Sherehe za machweo ya jua, beating of the retreat by the KDF band, by the mass band, samahani. Hizi ni bendi za pamoja zinazohusisha asasi zote za usalama. Bendi ya jeshi letu la nchi kavu, jeshi la wanaanga, jeshi la wanamaji, National Police Service, Administration Police, Kenya Prison Service, Kenya Wildlife Service, Kenya Forest Service na vijana wa huduma kwa taifa. Mheshimiwa Rais sasa zikiwa chini yake mwelekezi mkuu Senior Major Warrant Officer 1 Mary Ekiru. Nilivyokuwa nimesema hapo awali, ni bendi za pamoja zinazohusisha asasi zote za usalama, bendi ya jeshi letu la nchi kavu, jeshi la wanaanga, jeshi la wanamaji, polisi wa taifa, General Service Unit, Administration Police, Kenya Prison Service, Kenya Wildlife Service, Kenya Forest Service na vijana wa huduma kwa taifa. Mheshimiwa Rais, tazama kwa umaridadi waelekezi hawa wanavyotekeleza wajibu wao kwa ustadi na weledi, kwamba kazi hii wanaifahamu zaidi. heshima Mheshimiwa Rais, niombe sote tusimame kwa ajili ya wimbo wa Injili, wimbo wa kushusha bendera, wimbo wetu wa taifa na wimbo wa Jumuiya ya Afrika Mashariki. Mheshimiwa Rais, sasa mwelekezi wa bendi hizi akija kukuomba kwa heshima idhini ya kuweza kuondoa bendi hizi kwa pamoja.
Your Excellency, may I have your permission to march off the mass band, sir?
Asanteni kwa heshima, tunaweza keti tafadhali. Wa muziki jeshi letu la wanaanga Kapteni Peter Kimeu akiondoka uwanjani sasa baada ya kutekeleza wajibu wake siku ya leo. sana Mheshimiwa Rais kwa kuweza kupokea saluti hii ya heshima kutoka kwa bendi hizi za asasi zote za usalama kwa pamoja. Ningependa kushukuru Mheshimiwa